Get some video, take a look, see what it looks like.
We discussed was getting this more towards that the cell phone pocket.
Yeah.
Lower. A bit stronger.
Ground. Okay.
Not bad when I hit when I hit driver. Like my driver is way better now.
Okay.
When I hit driver, just because I guess I don't want to hit the ground.
Is it like strong? Like you're hitting it powerful?
Yeah, I think it like further than I've ever hit it.
Okay. Good.
It's just because it's not spinning and going right. Now it's actually drawing a bit more.
Yep. There, huh?
Say that was my most common miss is either chunky or the low left.
Okay. Where are you hitting balls right now? Practice wise.
Usually go golf down.
Okay, good. It's great there. Okay. First thing, you take the pencil out of your pocket because I don't want you to stab yourself for any reason. Golf sling wise, in terms of what it was we were talking about in your swing, let's take a look at the video and just give me your thoughts on what it is that you're seeing. I think that the way you take it up to the top is pretty powerful. You see.
It looks like it's in.
Club head goes a touch inside of the hands,
Yeah.
But I kind of look at this as though that if the club head's even with the ground, or the club's even with the ground, and the club head's outside your pants line, it's kind of something to talk about. You're kind of on the cusp of that, so unless it's serious trouble, I don't think that's something that I really want to have a discussion about. Save it for the good stuff. Here. So we've got tons of depth with your hands, right? Your arms way across your chest when it's even with the ground right there. This is where I think that we get into trouble. Why?
But isn't that the same as me? Like almost the same as me coming inside too much?
So I guess I should have asked you what you meant by what's going inside your hands and arms too much, or the club.
Well, I guess, yeah, because I guess you can, roll it.
Yeah.
You can roll it open, but I feel like maybe I'm coming inside.
Okay, so yes, if we just looked at your glove, right, and we could kind of just mark up how your glove traveled from where it started to here, right? I mean, that's a pretty inward line of that.
Yeah.
So yes, okay, so from that perspective, yeah. Because when you get to the top up here, what do you start to see?
Well, right there, it looks like it's kicking outward.
Yeah. So when it comes down, I think that where your glove is awesome. I think your arm is so against your chest on the downswing, you really get a lot of power from your body's already back to where it started. Your upper body's driving your arm forward. So I think that all that stuff is really, really good. You hit it pretty good on this one, right? So in terms of you hitting the ball fat the odd time, I think it gets fat the odd time because, in this stage of the game right here, I'd like to see that your hands were more here, like more forward relative to where your body is. It looks like your body has outrun your arms, left your hands so far behind that your elbow kind of gets like behind you. See at the top?
Yeah.
It goes back a little further. And so let's just take a look as you start down. As soon as you start down and we can see your shirt seam, right? Like that, right from your hip to your armpit, that would be your shirt seam. So your elbow was behind your shirt seam at a time. And that's kind of a way for us to figure out if your elbow went too far around this way. So if that guy went all the way around like that and you start to use your body well, see how this gets stuck back here when it should be up there? Another view, lower body really going, upper body really going, arms get stuck. So boom, hit the ground, or hit it thin, but the club's on its way closed because this guy's back there, not there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna really mess with that arm tonight. Cool? Yeah, fun. You're gonna hate it. Go up to the top. Okay, so there's the shirt seam I'm talking about right there. So crank it up to the top of your swing as far as you feel like going. Okay, good. So I want to make sure that this doesn't go any further back than right here. I want it to feel like this is way out in front. I mean, you kept that here. How do you get this done? I'll pump that shoulder. This goes low, and you roll that one under. This, and roll it under. So it gets tight. Okay, so there, you're that far away from your shirt seam, where before you'd be back here. You'd be stuck, right? His elbow stuck in an effort of trying to lag your hands. So another way that we're going to look at this to get a feel, and I'll do this right here beside you. So feel like you can leave your chest where it is, and lift the club almost straight up, like just bend your right arm right up in front of you. Just your right arm. Bend it straight up. Good, hold it there. Okay. All right, don't move anything with your arm. Turn your back and point your shoulder at the ball. Okay, better. See how little that moved? That right arm did a curl, right? Starts right here, and it literally does a curl. You can fake it by just feeling here. As you curl up, you can see that your hands go to your right a little bit. They don't really go up past that elbow. And then from here, back, shoulder, you're going to end up with your arms in a bit of a different spot. But it's a quick way to find a feel early. Yeah. Your elbow bends straight up. Yeah. Good, good, good. Really cool. Okay, one more time. Okay, now turn your back the most. Keep turning your back, keep turning your back, keep turning your back. Hold it. Okay. That would be one of the biggest exaggerations. If you wanted this to go higher, look in the mirror. So down more. Okay. You feel like you get taller. So everything else other than what I'm holding gets taller. Okay. So that's kind of the feel of where I want you to have a look at it. You're going to look. Okay. You're a mirror looker.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, so one more time, back down. So the arms fold straight up in front of you this way. They don't go around your side. And then show your back toward me. Yeah, yeah, there you go. And what's this one?
Should I try and do that in his ball, or should I?
Yeah, for sure. Couple more. I think this is going to feel like a half backswing for you. Like your arms only go halfway up compared to normal. And that's a good way for us to kind of look at this. Here, let's turn around. Good. Another one. Okay, so I want you to feel like your body's still trying to hit it hard, that you're still trying to feel like your legs are getting tall, kind of aggressively. That's the way you normally do it. Trying to get you to find almost a new power source now that we've only got the arms going short. And I've really shortened it up, by the way. Like this is way shorter than. Take a look. So you make a great big shoulder turn, so I'm not too worried about how your natural movement's going to be. It's really going to feel as though that, like, when you set up, wherever your right elbow starts, that it stays there. And the only thing that that arm can do is bend up. And if it bends up and back, cool. But bend up. Yeah, okay. So, okay, one more time. So take it up to the top, hold it up there, but keep your eye on the ball. It's a feel thing, not a look thing. Okay. So can you feel like your arms are closer together, your elbows are closer together? One more time. Start again. Up. Close. Halfway back. Stop. Flip. So when you look in the mirror, see how you can still see some of your shirt over here on the side of your hands? That's important. It means your hands go up a little bit more in front of you. It helps keep the arms closer together. That's the easy way to put it. So full backswing with your pivot, just tight with the arms. Good. Ground. Good. Could you hit it from here? Just turn and hit it. Good job. Try with that again. Why make it easy, right? Interesting. Cool. Nice. 33 art. I thought maybe you did better than that. Okay, so the goal is going to really feel as though that, like, on the downswing. Yeah. Getting better. Okay, so let me guide you through this a little bit. So crank it up to the top. All right, lift the ball. Okay. Can you open the face a little bit? Just open the face. Good. Hold it there. All right. So can you get the butt of your club? Right here. The butt of your club has to touch what I just touched. Right. Butt of the club. Butt of the club. Yeah. See, close. You're about that much to knock. So the lower it goes, the more it can get in front of your knees. I want to see what it's for you. Tell me what it feels like. Take it from the top of your swing and get your hands right in the middle of your legs at knee height. See how low that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it feels like the come.
It's going to be steep, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. So stand back from the ball a little bit.
Okay.
And show me some practice swings where you feel like that your glove, end of that glove, gets as low as you can get. And it's a circle, so the lower it gets, the closer it gets to me. Good. Don't smash the ground. Okay. Low. Good. Okay. So what if I asked you for the butt of the club into my hand right there? Turn and just whip it. Just stab my hand. Good. Hey, nice. It released on its own. Do that again. Feel like you're going to stab my hand up there on the left. Good. See how it releases?
Yeah.
Oh, release it. Good work. Good. Squeeze the elbows. Open the face. Open the face. Good. Okay. And then get the butt of the club where my hand is. Faster. By doing that, it's going to release the golf club, and that's what's going to help us. You're open the face. Good. Stab on the left. Good. Yeah, this is sexy. Where'd you get it?
Can't remember. I got off someone on Wikipedia or something like that.
Wow. Open the face. Good. Okay, so butt of that club into the handle of this one. Get it around the corner. Fast with your arms. Around the corner. Good. There you go. The face. And get it around the corner. Fast. Good. So the power source here is once the face is twisted a little bit open, a way to feel like you're really getting that handle down and around here. Okay? And with your normal pivot, which is aggressive in this direction, it's going to balance things out. But either I ask you to slow down your body, which would be ridiculous. Like you don't tell Mike Tyson to punch softer. Speed up the arms to catch up with the body. Right? So if the arms are being left behind, I need you to feel that when you get to the top of your swing, you're speeding this grip up. And when you speed it up a little bit and you get your body going, the ball's going to take off. But as long as you feel like it's the handle trying to get to your thigh. Okay, so try this shot. So, standard wedge, right? I don't know, 60 yards maybe. I want you to feel like this part is almost trying to stab into your pocket. Okay? There's no ideas on releasing or doing anything to this club. I'm thinking of this part trying to get at me right there. Thing takes off. Okay. Can you show me a shot like that? We're going back to it. If your wall was in the other pocket, you turn it. Yeah. You can't do it if you tried. But try to change that direction hard. Hard. Like, literally like you had to. In the face of it. Good. Try to hit it full distance. Give it a really good swing at this. Paddle goes really tight. And the speed all the way down and around. Have one of these, don't you? Yeah, it's like the best thing for you. So if you put this on and did your normal move, all right, the ball travels too far relative to your stomach. How does that click? How do you think about that type of an idea? That the smart ball that you have squeezed between your arms travels too far relative to where it started, right in front of your stomach. How would you use the smart ball where the ball was glued to your stomach? Squeeze it while it's glued to your stomach, right below the bottom of your rib cage. Make a swing. Really max out that idea and that feeling. Okay. Go to the top. Feel like the ball stays right in front of the middle of you. And then from here, I want it to go as fast as you can to the left of you.
Left?
Yeah, I want it on the left. I want that ball to get on the left of your belly button as fast as possible. Practice swings. Okay. Do it one more time. Feel like you squeeze your legs a little bit to keep them still. So like use them to stabilize yourself until your arms pass you. Until you feel like your arms pass your legs, don't do much with them. Trying to get your arms to catch up to your legs. Yeah? Yeah? What's your bunker shot look like?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
Release.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. And as the ball gets through there, I want you to feel like it's that the club's stopping and hitting you here. Right? The more that club can stop by your pocket, the faster the club's going to release. The faster the club's going to go. But your grip moves too fast once the ball's gone.
Too fast.
Yeah, once the ball's gone, you're still moving that grip too fast. It hasn't stopped to let the club catch up and snap out. Did we ever do those shots where I asked you to make like the shortest follow through possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's almost as though they were going that way? Okay. So I still want to keep the ideas that your elbows have to stay tight, which tries to keep the smart ball in front of the middle of you without it leaking behind you, right? So the shoulders pulling back, keep the shoulder, use the shoulder to keep your arm in front of you. Use your right shoulder to keep your arm in front of you. Yeah. And then from there, I want to see what's it like for your glove to stop before it gets to your shoe. I don't know what shoe yet. That's the cool thing. Could be the other shoe. Full speed, but I need your glove to feel like it stops, or hands to stop, in order to snap that club head through. This is going to feel flippy, bunker shot like. So take it up to the top. Hold it all the way up there. Elbows tight. Keep your arms in front of you. So do that again. Soften these. Push them together, but don't use the muscles to make them go fast. See, watch. Like when my arms are here and I turn my body, they move with my body. But your arms go like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So if I could give you the concept that the arms don't have any speed in the swing, that might prevent us from having to talk about hitting the brakes later on. But we're only hitting the brakes because your arms move too fast, too far, and power pretty well. Too fast this way, power themselves really fast this way, and kind of get them stuck. So one more time, so that's your shot. I want you to feel like it's your back turning your shoulder down. It takes the club back as far as possible. Don't change any of this. Good, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Nice and light. We didn't have to keep them tight because they're still right there. Okay, take it up. Big full turn first. Good. Up, more in front of you. Okay, I like it. That's good. Now from here, can you feel like this part goes in toward that part? Fast. That's it. All the speed of your arms. That's it. I need you to power them from here to there. From here to there. If your right leg takes off and it can't catch up, it's gonna be tough. Tougher. Up. Yep. Feel like it's your back and your chest that's taking your arms back for a ride. That's not. That's all we really need to do. Close in front of you. Mm-hmm. That one. All right. Back swing. Yeah. So it's still going to feel shorter. What do you think? Give some feedback on what we talked about today.
Yeah, I think my instinct, like when I'm gonna go full power, is just my legs and drive everything.
I think so too.
It's hard for me to trigger hard. Like, I don't know, I can think my legs. I can't get my hands to just. I can feel my legs every time I get up to here. I just want to push.
Okay, let me try something. Grab the orange stick, put the club on the bag, grab the orange stick, and make a golf swing with the orange stick. You don't want to hit it?
Let's see what happens when I hit it.
Okay. Can you make a higher pitched swoosh?
Okay? Don't do it golfy. Don't make it golf swing, but make it create a higher pitch to it somehow. How do you do that? Doesn't have to be a golf move. How would you do something with that stick? Okay? Okay. Notice how short that was. Do it even shorter. How much leg drive is really in this move? Like, apply the most leg drive you can and give it the most swoosh. See when you have to feel like you start to create the sound. Not when we hear it. Way before that.
You gotta hear it back here.
I'd like to hear it right between your feet. Can you make it more over there? Closer. Yeah, more. Good. Okay, more like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, up there. But have it stop. Get it there and stop it. Nice. There you go. Okay, so this is the loudest you can make it. No matter what you have to do is what's the loudest you can make that. You might feel like you have to break it. Felt like that was going to break in my hand at one point. Think of the shortest hand travel creates the most snapping bend, right? That's what we need more of in your swing. Does that look like flip? Does it look like I'm doing that? Like I'm not doing this, right? I'm doing this. So take it halfway back into your backswing. Okay, think of the club being on plane. Okay, don't move your hands, but go like this, right there. Good. Now go down a little further in your downswing. Do it again. Okay, take it to the top. Do it at the top. Okay, that's what the best players do, which the worst players don't. Is the amount of that they put into it at the top. You've got to give it something hard at the top. So if you started your move up there, where would we hear the swoosh?
Down here.
Try it. Go to the top of your swing, make a move, but try and feel like at the top is when you... That was how it finished.
Yeah.
Put more into it earlier, which got more out of it earlier. But when the legs drive and your arms get pinned behind you, you've already hit the ball before you have time to, you know, what Ben Hogan said, I wish I had 3 right arms to freaking snap that thing over like crazy. Like to use it to blast through, you know, a brick wall. But if it's stuck behind you with too much elbow bend, you come in at an angle that's just not beneficial. So how do you make a swing? How do you make the loudest sound, but I don't want the stick to get back to impact? Don't get the stick back down to the ball. Take it to the top and swoosh it up here somewhere. Remember when I asked for that into the pocket? Very similar. See how you hit the brakes early? Okay, so that's basically, that's the amount and the distance of travel of when the arms swing their fastest. After that, they have to stop. They have to stop in order for the club head to catch up and release. It's just science. So what we want to try and get you to feel as though is that you power your arms and stop your arms before they get down to that pocket, before they get to your right leg, so that you can feel like you've whooshed it, but don't let the stick get to impact. And that's putting more into it earlier.
Yeah.
Grab a club. like that 8 iron or 7 iron you were hitting. Okay, so do that thing where you take it to the top of your swing, and what if you have to whoosh it, like the stick? Where would you put it into it? Oh, interesting. Okay, now delay it. Make the swoosh happen over there at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That's the one. Might even be 7 o'clock, just past impact. Swoosh all over by then. There you go. It's a different hand motion into the grip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So take it to the top. Okay, open the face. So your hand is too bowed, the shaft is too closed. Crank it open a touch. All right. Once it's open, you have more ability to kind of use it to snap. But if it's stuck in this flex position, it's getting dragged a little bit too long, and you'd have to do something to kind of get rid of it. If you just felt like the face was more open, it keeps your wrists in more neutral alignments. And then make the swoosh happen somewhere around your foot. I don't know if it's back foot or front foot. But yeah, there you go. That was the club releasing past your body. So your body had to stop in order to let that happen. So the worst golfer tries to turn their body, but powers it so hard with this whoosh early that their body freezes and they pass like this. You're the opposite. You leave your arms behind your whole torso and they get pinned. So, like I said first, I don't want to slow down your pivot. I want to speed up your arms because I want you to hit 7 iron 190. That's kind of where we're going to get to it. But you have to feel that the face is more open on the way back or the way down in order to leverage your wrists a little bit more to create a swoosh somewhere 5 or 7 o'clock. I don't know which direction you're going to feel it, whether it's just before or just after. I'd say it's after if you hit it fat. But before is definitely a sign of you powering those arms like really hard. So I used to work with a player that did this a bunch, and we'd go to the back of the range where the fescue would grow, and they'd say, okay, here's your 5 iron. I need you to blast through the fescue. So as hard as you can and make that club go through the fescue. You couldn't drag it through fescue because it would just stop. And you'd be like, oh, that hurt my shoulders. Because you're being pulled by, your arms aren't even doing anything. So almost acting as though that the club is a knife and you had to slice those things down. Think of the whoosh. Think of that wrist action. Wrist action is a very good thing for those that drag their arms behind their torso because your wrists are always in a pull, never in a push. Make sense? Flip. And use your hands to flip that thing like crazy. And if you can feel like the face gets more open somewhere, backswing or downswing, having it more open, you're going to have the ability to use your wrist differently. But having it too bowed limits them a little. A bowed wrist doesn't have wrist cock. Cupped wrist has tons of wrist cock. If there's wrist cock, you can throw it away through leverage. Cool. Hit that shot. Good job. Really nice. Really nice. I hope this feels like it's less work.
Yeah, it is actually.
Okay. Give me one more. See if you can get some real flip speed out of this thing. So that's a little bit of a sign we can still have the face open on the downswing. Okay.